Hi, my name is Villager, and today we are going to talk about one of my favorite aspects of Hytale Early Access, which is farming. Farming is one of my favorite things to do in sandbox RPGs. There's something really satisfying about laying out farm plots, designing fields, and carefully choosing where to plant unique seeds to grow beautiful crops. And the best part, those crops can be turned into meals that give you helpful buffs for your adventures. I have a certain appreciation for how plant and crop sprites are designed in 2D sandbox games because I am far from an artist, and I just love to see how people come up with beautiful plant pixel art. And if you appreciate this kind of stuff, even though Hytale is a 3D game, the art style makes it perfect for farming thanks to the cozy vibe it gives off. Plus, the game already has a nice variety of really well designed crop assets, which is honestly pretty solid for an early access title. So with a charming art style and beautifully designed assets, how does farming actually work in a Hytale, and what makes it an interesting mechanic? To answer to that question, we need to look at how seed works in the game. You see, normally after harvesting a crop, you have to manually replant it using a regular seed pack. But if you harvest enough of the same crop, you have the possibility to craft an eternal seed pack. Crops grown from these seeds automatically replant themselves after being harvested, removing the need to constantly replant them by hand. Eternal crops have a subtle green glow too, which visually indicates that the plant will replant itself after harvest. The system creates a nice incentive for players to farm and grind different crops. If you invest the time to unlock an eternal version, you can automate that crop forever. Personally, I like this mechanic because it gives players meaningful choice. You can decide which crops are worth grinding for eternal seeds and which ones you're fine replanting manually. And if you're like me and you enjoy using mods, you can easily expand or polish certain parts of the game with community content. One great example is High Farm, which expands farming by adding new seeds for vanilla flowers and mushrooms, along with a few extra tools and recipe tweaks that fit nicely into the game's progression. I also used Blood, Azure, Stamina, and Sunflower Eternal Seed, I'm sorry, that's the name of the mod, which adds eternal seed packs for those crops. In the base version of Hytale, those plants don't currently have eternal versions, so the mod fills that gap perfectly.